You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode number 80. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to talk about believing in your clients. This is so important, everybody. So I want to share with you how to believe so deeply in your clients, why this is so key, and reveal to you some of the best concepts to understand to help you really apply this. One of the most important things you can offer your clients as their coach is your full belief in them and their success. It is one of the greatest gifts that you can offer your clients. I want you to think about in your own life, who is someone who has believed in you? Think of the person in your life or people that really believed in you, especially at times when you didn't really believe in yourself. And what was the impact of having their belief? Now, I've had many clients tell me that when they've worked with me, they've never before had an experience where someone so strongly believed in them and their vision until they started working together. And this is one of the greatest things you're going to hear from clients when you work with them too. It's one of the greatest gifts you can offer your clients, your belief in them. Now, I remember once I was supporting a coach years ago, and she was telling me how she had a client with some challenges that they were going through. And I didn't understand the problem that this coach was sharing with me because, of course, your client is going to have challenges. But my gut told me to ask this coach a question. And I asked her, do you believe in this client? And the coach froze. And she's like, oh, I believe in her, but just about half of the time. And I said, well, that is what needs to be resolved. Your client didn't do anything wrong, right? Your client is supposed to have challenges and struggles and doubt. That's why they're working with you as their coach. What needs to be looked at is why you don't believe in your client. So when you are a coach, you are creating a container for someone's dreams to come true. And you might be the first and only person to do that in that person's lifetime. Think about how sacred, valuable, and special that is. Okay? So one of the most important beliefs that you want to have and you want to infuse upon your clients is the belief it's possible. Anything's possible. I made an entire episode on the importance of possibility. It's called Probability versus Possibility. It's the most important belief that you must have in your life whenever you want a new result. Whenever you want to create something new, you must start with the belief it's possible. If you don't believe it's possible, good luck making it happen. Good luck creating new possibilities and new results, right? When you feel and believe that it's possible, you start taking action, even when you don't have the evidence that's there yet. That's really key. When you believe that something is possible, you start moving towards it, even when the path might not be clear, even when the answers might not be certain, even when you might not feel entirely ready, prepared. Possibility is what allows you to move through the unknown and get to the other side and create a life that you've always dreamed of. Now, a lot of people decide ahead of time that something is impossible. They go, oh, I've never done it before. It's impossible. And they feel the doubt and they don't even bother trying. But as a coach, you're creating a container with your clients that allows anything to be possible, that lets them dance with possibility, that lets them move forward in their life in a way they never would have imagined before they started working with you. Now, in order for you to create that container that's so powerfully, and when I say creating a container, I mean it's like you imagine there's some kind of bubble around you and your client. Think of that as like the container, the energy bubble. Okay? When you can sustain belief in your client that their success is possible, what happens is they start to also believe in their own success. So you oftentimes as a coach will need to believe in your client when they don't even believe in themselves yet. In fact, those are the times when you need to double down on your belief in your client. Those are the times when they need you more than ever, right? If you only believe in your client when they believe in themselves, it's going to be very tricky. Because once they have doubt, if you match them with their doubt, they're not going to go anywhere. You must believe in your clients even when they don't believe in themselves. So I'm going to share with you a concept I came up with, and this is something we teach in really great depth in the academy. And I call it the heroic lens. Okay? The heroic lens is the idea of seeing people as heroes in their life. So if you imagine we're all wearing these different lenses, and these lenses shape how we see the world, how we see other people. You want to wear the heroic lens. And when you have this lens on, you only see heroes. You see the hero in every single human. You no longer see people as victims that are hitting a wall. Instead, what you see are heroes that are rising to the occasion. Heroes that are at a turning point in their life. So in any great story in our time, there's often 3 acts in a story, right? There's act 1, act 2, act 3. And act 1 is when we're introduced to the hero of the story and we realize what their goal and their dream is. And they start embarking on that journey. And we see what challenges in their way. So act 1 is they begin their journey. And then act 2 is the struggle. This is where they end up, the monster appears. The villain gets in their way. They have something that is getting in the way of them having what they ultimately want. This is act 2. This is where your clients are going to find you and they're going to start working with you. They're going to be in act 2 of their heroic adventure. And you've got to realize that they're just in act 2. They're in act 2 on the way to act 3 and they need you to help get them there. They're at a turning point. Act 2 is the turning point because once they get to act 3, the resolution, this is where they get to soak up their success. This is where they get to have this sense of completion and excitement and achievement and pride in their journey and in the path that they've been on. Your clients are going to have doubts and struggles and challenge and pain. How do you see them when they present that to you? How do you see them? Do you feel pity for them? Do you feel sorrow for them? Do you try to rescue and save them from their problems? Or are you able to have peace when your client reveals challenges? Are you able to have peace and calmness because you know so deeply that they're going to overcome it? You believe so fiercely in them that you know that they're going to rise to the occasion. You know that they are a hero. They have every resource within to get them wherever they want to go in life. When you can have this fundamental belief in your clients, this will transform the way that you coach. This will transform the way that you listen and you show up to your clients. And this is something that you can't just memorize off of a sheet of paper. Right? This is something that you've got to embody. This is a concept that you must fully integrate into your bones. So one question for you to consider to see how much you might have this heroic lens right now. How much do you really believe in the capacity of humans to change, even in unfavorable circumstances? If you were to put your answer on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you fall? And you've got to be really honest with yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being you totally believe it and 1 being not at all. How much do you believe in the capacity of humans to change, even in unfavorable circumstances? Now, if your answer is anything under a 10, you've got to do some work on yourself. What would it take for you to believe in the capacity of humans to change? One way that you can help strengthen your heroic lens is to think of heroes. When you think of a hero, who comes to mind? It could be someone famous from history. It could be someone from TV, film, literature. It could even be a person in your life, dead or alive, a person that you know. When you think of a hero, who comes to mind? Now, we all share the same qualities of whatever hero it is that you're thinking of. So for example, if the hero that you're thinking of is Martin Luther King Jr., right? Or Gandhi, or Mother Teresa, whoever it might be, or your mother or father, right? You have these qualities that you associate to that person, these qualities of that help to shape their heroism. All of those qualities are available to every human on the planet. It's not like certain humans are able to access certain qualities. We all have access to the same qualities that make us human. So everyone has a hero within themselves. Everyone has the ability to create their own life. Now, circumstances are probably never going to be ideal in our lives, right? There's plenty of circumstances that we all could hope and pray change in our life someday. Circumstances are the things out of our control. Weather, the economy, time, money, right? These are just external things, other people's behaviors. But then there's also knowing that we are the creator of our lives. We're able to create our life even in unfavorable circumstances, because it's not our circumstances that define us. It's our decisions. It's your decisions that define your life, not your circumstances. It's like the quote by Randy Pausch, one of my favorite quotes. Oh my gosh, I just blanked. What is the quote? Oh, we can't change the cards that we are dealt, but we can change how we play the hand. Right? We can change the cards we're dealt, but we can play how we play the hand. We can change that. So you must see people as heroes in their life. Heroes, people that are able to create their own epic adventure, right? Think about the next time that you have a client talk to you, or even a friend talk to you about a challenge. What if you heard them from the lens of, this person is experiencing an epic adventure right now. They're a hero on an epic adventure. Instead of thinking, oh, poor them. They're a victim hitting a wall. Not sure if they're going to make it through this, right? It doesn't serve your clients at all to have that belief about them. It disempowers them when you think that they are a victim hitting a wall. So another way you can assess how strongly your heroic lenses are worn is, how do you feel when someone talks about a challenge with you, or a problem, or stress in their life? Do you start feeling bad for them? Do you wish that you could help fix it for them? Do you start to pity them and think, oh, I feel bad for this person? Right? Now, some of you might think, oh, but that's the compassionate thing to do. Because I remember I was teaching this concept and we had a coach ask this question around, yeah, but isn't that what compassion's all about? And here's where I would challenge that a little bit, because you want to look at what is your definition of compassion. For me, compassion is not having pity for people and feeling bad for them and seeing people as a victim. Compassion is being able to be a loving witness to someone's challenge, and also be able to inspire them to show up for themselves. Like loving someone enough to remind them of how amazing they are. That's what I think compassion is. You see someone in such a beautiful high regard that you're there to remind them of what an incredible human they are. Keyword remind. You're reminding them of how amazing. To me, that is the most compassionate thing you can do. Reminding someone of their greatness, not feeling bad for them. There's nothing really compassionate about feeling bad for somebody. It's very compassionate, though, to remind someone of their greatness, right? To be a loving witness when they're going through a challenge and also remind them of their greatness instead of feeling bad for them. You would only feel bad for someone if you saw them as a victim. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't care about their problem or you're minimizing their problem or dismissing it. You're witnessing it, but you're not witnessing it as them being a victim to their problem. You're witnessing their problem and you're seeing them as a hero that will rise to the occasion. You're seeing a hero that's experiencing a speed bump rather than witnessing their problem as, oh, this poor person who's, hitting a wall and they can't get up. Now, you won't be an effective coach if you think that someone's circumstances define their life and determine someone's success. You just won't be effective. You're not going to get very far if you think that someone's circumstances or just the cards they're dealt are what determine how far they're going to get in life. Right? So you must first start with that belief. Start with that belief that this person is a hero. Yes, there are going to be unfavorable circumstances. Yes, there are going to be hard things that they come across. Yes, there's going to be pain that they go through. Yes, there's going to be resistance that they face. There's going to be a villain or a monster that shows up to get in their way, oftentimes in the form of their own doubts and fears. And they are still a hero on an epic adventure. Okay, one of the terms that we use in the academy as well is being able to recognize what we call the client's story. So the client's story is the way that they describe their problem. It's the way that they attribute a lot of circumstances and situations as the reason that they're stuck. Right? It's where they might have a very victimhood story, victim-y story, for lack of a better term. Right? That's often how your clients will describe themselves, as a victim to something that they're going through. Right? So we call this the story. Okay, this is just a fictional story. This is just one interpretation that your client has. Do not buy into your client's story. This is one of the most important things to remember as a coach. Don't buy into your client's story. Again, this doesn't mean you dismiss what they're saying or ignore it or deny it or reject it. What it means is that you're not just jumping into the box with them. Instead, you're listening for their strengths, for their gifts, and you're going to remind them of that, okay? So don't buy into your client's story. Remember that they are a hero. See them as a hero from that heroic lens, and remind them of what their gifts are. A lot of people are unaware of what their gifts are, period. They don't know what their strengths are. When you are wearing the heroic lens, you'll start hearing, no matter what story your client shares, what you're not listening for. Oh, wow, this sounds really bad. This sounds really tough. I'm not sure how they're going to get through this, right? If you're having those thoughts as a coach, your heroic lens is broken. You've got to put it on. You've got to fix it. You got to adjust it. You've jumped right in the box. You're sucked into their story. Okay. But when you are listening to someone describe their challenges, what if instead of getting sucked into the story and the drama, you start listening for, what strengths am I hearing this client has, right? What are the gifts that I'm able to reveal back to them? What opportunity does this challenge bring up for my client, right? What can I do to remind this client of what a hero they are? Right? How can I support my client in navigating this turning point in their life? How can I support my client in moving through this speed bump? This is the way you want to be listening to your clients, and this is how you want to be seeing them when you are supporting them through their goals. So as we wrap up, I want you to think, how well are you currently believing in your clients right now? And what can you start doing differently given what we've covered here, so that way you can believe in your clients on a deeper level? Now, it might even be sprinkling into your sessions simply the phrase, listen, client, I believe in you. I really believe in you. You got this. I can't wait to celebrate with you. Right? Now, one of the coolest things about when students enroll in the academy is we have that admissions call where myself or a team member talks to you and helps you plan out your vision and your goals and all that. And one of the most important parts of that call, for me, especially when I'm leading those, is I get to really build belief in the person that I'm speaking with, the coach that's just about to start their journey. Because I see that admissions call, it's like the turning point. It's like I'm getting to witness a hero at a turning point in their epic adventure. So if you're looking to become a coach or you're feeling a little bit hesitant or scared, I want you to know that even though myself or my team have not maybe spoken with you yet, we totally believe in you. And we will continue to remind you of that and create a container where you start to believe in yourself every step of the way. I like to tell our students, if you don't believe in yourself yet, allow yourself to borrow our belief in you. Okay? So that's what I got in this episode on believing in your clients. Before we finish, I'm going to include a story from one of our coaches. You can hear about their experience, some of their tips for you as you're getting started. So enjoy their story, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a life coach. I started life coaching pretty much immediately right after I finished college. I started this program in January, and at that point, I was unemployed and I had just switched from nursing and I decided to get into life coaching. So now I just started my life coaching business, actually. So my hesitation for investing into TCA first was the price of the program, but I did know at that point that I really did want to become a life coach and learn about it. I just realized like I could choose to either go after what I really want in life, or I could choose to continue to do something else that wasn't really fulfilling. And I realized, I had gotten into the point in my life where I was done waiting and that it was time for me to really go after what I really wanted. And I'm so glad that I did. What I really liked about TCA is that not only is it about life coaching, but it really teaches you the business aspect of it as well. And I thought that was really valuable. I didn't realize how interactive the program was going to be. And I love that. We get so much practice, we get so much value. And Frank and his team are all so amazing. You can tell that they really care about you and they're not just, pushing you through the program, and they create a safe space for you to learn and grow. And it's all really amazing. I would say my biggest win so far is just the confidence I've gotten since being in the program. When I first started the program, I was really nervous just to even start coaching. But now I'm confident in my coaching and I'm confident in putting myself out there. Which is just huge for me. So I really appreciate all of the confidence I've gotten. Being able to interact with people and to tell them that I'm a life coach is really amazing. And yeah, by putting myself out there, it opens up business opportunities. So I have no doubt that I'll be successful in that as well. I really do feel like life has opened up for me since I've been in this training. There's just so much value in this program, like even more than I could hope for. So I would say that this program is totally worth it. And even more, they're so supportive and they really set you up for success.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coach's secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.